So it's the Thursday drivers press conference from Abu Dhabi, and joining us today, Fernando Alonso from McLaren, Lewis Hamilton from Mercedes, Romain Grosjean from Lotus, Daniil Kvyat from Red Bull, Roberto Meri of Manor, and Kimi Raikkonen from Ferrari. First of all then, a question to you all. How would you sum up your year, and what was your favourite moment? Romain, why don't you get us started?
Well, I think favourite moment's pretty easy. Spa-Francorchamps on the podium. To summarize the year, it was a pretty good year, I think, in terms of driving. We had a good baseline to start the year with the car. Couldn't really update it as much as we wanted, but still fighting for 6th in the Constructor Championship, so pretty pleased with that. And yeah, it was last year with Lotus.
And Daniil?
Oh, well, very eventful year, I would say. Went by very quickly. I think the start was quite painful. But then I think proud of how we managed to climb our way up through all the issues that we had to start with, and then I think we kind of stabilized there, and some strong races, some good points. But obviously we're always looking for more in the future. But I think the highlight was the podium. Even though I wouldn't say it was the best race, but we had a couple of really strong races. I would say even last couple of races I was quite pleased about them, and hoping to finish on a high here, and yeah.
Thank you. Kimi?
Pretty average, I must say. Maybe better than last year, but still far away what it should be, but there's life, and next year we try again.
And Roberto?
I mean, yeah, for sure the year started in a very difficult way. I mean, with not testing, and to be honest, I never drove this car before, but I think through the year the thing improved quite a lot. I mean, the team and also the car and also me driving the car. I think the last races was quite good. And obviously the best moment of the year I would say was the last laps, probably in Silverstone with the wet, or maybe the qualifying in Spielberg was also quite good.
Okay, thank you. Fernando, how would you sum up your year, and can you pick out a favourite moment?
Well, tough year, obviously difficult and struggling with the pace all year and the reliability, so definitely a difficult season for us, but personally I think it was necessary. It was a step forward in my career after the 2 championships, after 5 fantastic seasons fighting for the World Championship, but arriving second. So I need some new motivation. I need some new project that I could trust, and I could believe that is the only way to become champion again. And yeah, after one difficult season, as I said, I learned so much. I enjoy working with McLaren, with Honda, with all the Japanese discipline and Japanese culture into the team. So I think I still remain very positive. I'm very happy, and looking forward to next year being a little bit easier than this one that, as I said, has been difficult in terms of results.
Okay, and finally, Lewis, how would you sum up your year? And so many favourite moments, I'm sure. Difficult to pick one.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? Obviously, all different experiences, but been the best year of my career, and very fortunate position, and a lot of great work done by my team, and probably one of the best races for me was Austin, obviously pinnacle of the year for me, and yeah, and excited to be here in Abu Dhabi with the 44th year of or 44th UAE National Day, and I'm here to try and win that 44th race, which I still haven't done, so it's cool how it all kind of ties in.
When you saw all the 44s around, did you think that was for you rather than for the...
Well, it is my number.
Yeah, exactly.
But it is associated with me, so...
Yeah. Okay, on to the individual questions. Fernando, you mentioned there, obviously, it has been a tough season. It's coming to an end here. Your 252nd, I think, Grand Prix start puts you 5th in the all-time most experienced drivers list. But you talked a little bit there about motivation. I just wonder, what's your main motivation and goal for 2016?
Well, at the moment it's that's a question mark. I guess where McLaren Honda can be next year. There are a lot of expectations in the team. I think we work really hard all season, being united in some difficult moments, and always moving forward. So I think for 2016, the main goal for the team is to come back to where we belong, we think, and being competitive, fighting for the top positions. I don't know if that means fighting for the World Championship. I don't know if that means fighting for victories or just being on the podiums sometimes. That's always difficult to know in a very complex sport like Formula One, but it's definitely some big challenge what we have ahead now in this winter. And I see all the things that the team has done in the last couple of months. All this seem very logic, very positive, and I'm confident that it's going to be a completely different season next year, and I'm happy with the progress.
Okay, thank you. Lewis, coming back to you, I know you're very aware of fans on social media, etc., and the discussions that take place. There's been a lot of discussion for this final round about whether you and Nico Rosberg, your teammate, should be allowed to go for it with whatever strategy you want to use on Sunday for a sort of end-of-season free-for-all. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't really have any thoughts on it, to be honest. It doesn't really make any difference what my thoughts are. We're going to be racing. The strategist will give us the best, whoever's up ahead will have the best strategy, and the guy behind will have the second best strategy. So I don't really have any thoughts on that.
All right. Roman, coming back to you, your 83rd and final Grand Prix for the Enstone-based team, currently Lotus. You've scored 10 podiums with the team, so in what mood do you say goodbye this weekend?
Well, it's first time of my career that I have to change team in Formula One, so something new. First time I get to Enstone was September 2005 as a Renault driver development, and I learned everything from there. So yeah, it's going to be switching off the car on Sunday, jumping out of the E23, and thinking that was the last race with the team is certainly going to be quite hard. On the other hand, I really want to push hard all weekend long to score good points, do a good result. Thanks the guys for all the support through tough times, better times as well. And I think we did both learn from those years. So it was a nice experience. Very much looking forward to the next one as well, which is going to be very exciting with Haas. But just good to have a good weekend and say goodbye to Guy in a proper way.
Okay, thank you. Back to you, Daniil. A season of two parts, really, from personally for you. From Monaco onwards, it's gone well. You're 10 points ahead of your teammate with one race to go. So what aspect of your performance this year has given you the most satisfaction?
Yeah, like you said, since Monaco, we probably started to follow the right path, more or less. A bit technically, a bit myself, but to be honest, didn't change much. I think all in all, up and down season, but we scored some good points. We managed to start taking maximum out of our package most of the weekends, and these things kind of give satisfaction. But of course, we're looking for more performance, and we know we're not yet where we want to be, but for sure, it doesn't take one day to be there. So we will, I guess, keep pushing. And like I said, there were some good races like in Spa, in Mexico, and Brazil, where I think we were taking absolute maximum out of the car, and we need to try to do this every weekend.
Okay, Roberto, back in the cockpit, obviously for Manor this weekend. A lot of change, obviously, going on in that team. Can you tell us about the team's prospects and your own?
I mean, yeah, obviously, Manor wants to do a step for next year to try to be fighting for 4 points every race, every Grand Prix. That I think is the right decision, and they are putting a lot of effort on it. And I mean, hopefully it goes well. And yeah, the plan also for me next year is try to stay in Formula One and trying to see what is the best option out of there, and then we will see. At the moment, it's nothing clear yet, but we will look in the next few weeks what's happening.
Okay, and finally, Kimi, both your team principal Maurizio Arrivabene and teammate Sebastian Vettel have said the target for next season is to challenge Mercedes for the championship. How do you analyse the progress this year towards that, and do you think it's achievable?
Well, obviously this year it's been a lot stronger year from the team than than previous year, and you can easily see it from whichever way you look at it. And when it comes to the next year, obviously that's the aim. The aim is always to try to be in the front, and Mercedes been very strong last years, and everybody else try to beat them. So is it going to happen? Are we going to be in position next year? Yes, we hope so at least. But you know, we have to wait until we put the cars on the circuit in a test, and first few races, then we really see where we are. But you know, obviously there's a lot of work being done at the factory, and you know numbers and stuff, but it's never same than until really on the circuit, then we can see it pretty well or feel it quite quickly in a few laps if it's gonna be a good one or not so good one. So I mean, I'm sure we're gonna have a strong package, but is it strong enough? That time will only tell.
Thank you very much. Let's throw it open to the floor now. Please give us your name and your publication when you ask a question. Who has the first question for the drivers today, please?